In 2011, astronauts Brian Harper, Jacinda Fowler, and newcomer Marcus are on a space shuttle mission to repair a satellite. Suddenly, a mysterious black swarm attacks the orbiter, killing Marcus and incapacitating Fowler before Harper can re-enter the shuttle and take control. Although he is initially hailed as a hero for successfully returning the shuttle to Earth, Harper tries to tell his story, which is dismissed by NASA, and after an 18-month-long investigation, human error is blamed for the incident, as Harper's account remains wildly disbelieved. When Fowler fails to defend him during the hearing, Harper is fired. 10 years later, conspiracy theorist Casey Houseman, who believes the moon is an artificial megastructure, steals time on a research telescope and discovers that the moon's orbit is veering closer to Earth. He attempts to share his findings with Harper, who dismisses him, leading Houseman to go public on social media. NASA independently discovers the anomaly and mounts a mission on a SLS block to investigate the abnormality. The same swarm that had attacked Harper's mission reappears, killing all 3 crew members after they drop a probe into a kilometers-deep artificial hole in the moon. As the moon's orbit continues to deteriorate, it falls closer to Earth and causes cataclysmic disasters such as tsunamis, gravitational abnormalities, and atmospheric dissipation. Fowler, now the deputy director of NASA, learns that Apollo 11 had discovered surface abnormalities on the moon during its landing, and that a 2-minute radio blackout was meant to conceal how the moon resonated strongly when the spacecraft's fuel tanks were jettisoned, suggesting a hollow interior. A military program codenamed ZX-7 had created an EMP device in an attempt to kill the swarm, but was abandoned for budget reasons. Fowler orders the EMP brought out of storage and brings the retired Space Shuttle Endeavour out of its museum to save the mission. Harper, Houseman, and Fowler launch with the EMP, narrowly escaping a tsunami that destroys Vandenberg Space Force Base. As the crew enters the moon's interior, they discovered that the swarm is siphoning off energy generated by a white dwarf at the center of the moon, causing the artificial megastructure orbit to destabilize as its power source is depleted. Harper learns that the megastructure was constructed by the ancestors of humanity, who were more technologically advanced than their present-day descendants. The moon was constructed billions of years in the past as an ark to repopulate humanity, which was being haunted by a rogue artificial intelligence that grew too strong. The swarm in the moon is one of those AIs which responds to electronic activity in the presence of organic life. As the moon continues to approach the Earth, the President of the United States gives the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Jenkins orders to launch a nuclear strike towards the moon. However, the Air Force Chief of Staff General Doug Davidson refuses to carry out the nuclear strike order so he can save the lives of his ex-wife, Fowler, as well as both Harper and Houseman, sacrificing his own life in the process. Meanwhile, Harper's son, Sonny, escorts Fowler's son, Jimmy, and their nanny, Michelle, in an attempt to reach Davidson's military bunker in Colorado. They reach Aspen and reunite with Harper's ex-wife and Sonny's mom, Brenda, as well as his step-family, but are caught in the disaster caused by the moon's rapid destruction. As the group makes their way towards the bunker, They fight off other survivors and increasingly deadly natural disasters before reaching a safe mountain tunnel. Brenda's husband, Tom, sacrifices himself to save his youngest daughter, suffocating as the moon's gravitational pull strips the atmosphere of oxygen during its path. Houseman uses the EMP and the crew's lunar module to lure the swarm away from the spacecraft before detonating the device, killing himself, destroying the AI, and allowing Fowler and Harper to escape. With power restored, the moon begins to return to its regular orbit, bringing an end to the destruction on Earth. Fowler and Harper return to Earth and reunite with Sonny, Jimmy, Michelle, and Brenda. The operating system of the moon, itself a being AI created by humanity's ancestors, reveals that it stored a copy of human's consciousness. Appearing to him as his mother, the AI cryptically states that they need to get to work. In 2011, astronauts Brian Harper, Jacinda Fowler, and newcomer Marcus are on a